Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm with Team Missionary in Thailand, and been here for over 20 years, and just continuing my talks about the Buddhist worldview versus the Western worldview, Christian worldview. So in the last session we talked about epistemology, and basically where do we get our knowledge or information about what life is, what is. And for us, it's from the Bible, it's from science, it's from our society and our family and our experiences. And for a Buddhist, it is the Pali Canon, it is what the Buddha taught, and it also encompasses meditation as well. The Buddhists strongly believe that they can acquire knowledge from meditation. So those are some huge differences between our worldviews, and those present challenges when we desire to share the gospel with them, because so many things that we desire to share with them are at complete odds with their worldview, and actually are things that the Buddha taught against. So I wanted to move on to metaphysics a little bit. Metaphysics asks the questions: what really is? Where did everything come from? What is good? What is evil? What is the meaning of life? What is the destiny of the human race? And on that first layer of metaphysics, there's ontology. And ontology asks the question, what is basically the nature of ultimate reality? And in the last session I talked about how we as Christians believe in a spiritual realm and then the material realm. But the Buddhists believe in 31 realms of existence. And those include spiritual heavenly realms and the material realms where humans and animals live. And then also 16, it depends on what tradition of Buddhism, but about 16 levels of hell with cold and hot hells. So we're very, very different on how we perceive reality. And I think for a lot of people, you already know that Buddhists believe in reincarnation. So the whole concept of reincarnation affects how we present the gospel deeply, because when we present the gospel, we are teaching the concept that we have one life. So we are born, there was no previous existence, and we have this life, and we have to make choices whether we're going to put our faith in Christ or not. And then we die, and then we're judged. So that is a huge difference between us and the Buddhist. The Buddhist believes that they have already had a series of unknown lives before this one, previous lives. And their life right now is a reflection of their lives in the past. So basically, if they are intelligent, if they are wealthy, if they are good looking, they must have been a good person in their past life. And if they are poor or physically challenged or have a low status in life, that is also a result of the gum or the sin that they did in their previous lives. So it's really a different concept. And for them to hear the news that they're going to have to be judged, they're going to die and they're going to be judged, and there's no other lives to try again to make it right the next time, is actually really bad news. It's really scary to hear that. It's not good news. So that's a real challenge that when you're presenting the gospel to Buddhists, you have to take into consideration that whole worldview difference right there. So how do we approach that? We don't approach that issue immediately. There's a lot of things that as Westerners we start right away with when we teach the gospel. But for us, for Kennedy, my husband and I, a lot of times we start with creation, God creating the world, because we have to start with kind of the basic truths that the Bible teaches, so the whole gospel message makes sense for the Buddhist person. So So it's a huge task. And that's it for this session.